iPhone 6 just came out, and we got this near-field communication, so we're potentially going to be paying for everything with our phone. Both of you want to get your opinions. Is this going to change the world of finance at all? Is London positioned for this, or is it just the credit card companies making a win via Apple? Claire, do you have any opinions on it? I know the announcement's fairly new, but...
Absolutely. We think it's a very exciting innovation. We think other mobile device providers will follow. We think it is incredibly powerful, will have a huge impact on the current structure of banking service and payments and mobile wallets. And we think it's a really exciting innovation that will really impact the structure of the industry.
Are there startups that are going to take advantage of that, or is it literally the credit card services are already set up to work with Apple?
I think Apple have been clever, which is they've kept the existing credit cards, debit card banks on side by including them in a wallet, and they're using the rails of the industry. It's interesting that there's still not a majority proportion of merchants who have NFC capability in their stores. So actually, it is a small number, and especially in the big cities. So I think it will be a slow uptake. People will be interested. We'll see what happens with security glitches. But Apple absolutely must have a roadmap of saying the banks and the debit cards and the credit cards go away at some point, and they'll have a product which allows them to create another product line. I think they're playing nicely for the first 12, 18, 24 months. And then you'll see a roadmap of other things coming through.
Is it the iTunes scenario?
Yeah. I think the primary credit card that will be used will be whatever you use on the iTunes. And then you can default to other cards, which is what whoever did the announcement after Tim Cook said on stage. And you can start to see where this is going already. Apple can monetize out of this product. They don't need the banks with them, but they, to use the infrastructure, they played nicely. It's where they go next, what they do with it. They made a big thing about not using the data of those transactions. Let's see what happens, but that is very powerful. Understanding every single transaction the individual's making, where they're spending their money, what the patterns of behavior are, and what you can do with machine learning that sits above that. That's really powerful, and I'd be surprised if they kept that position of, we won't use it. I imagine they won't use it unless you give them permission to do it. And if you give them permission to do it, they then can really influence your life, which then encroaches on Google. So then you're getting into the machine learning of actually, what does this person do? What do they want? Where are they moving? Is there an advertising associated with it? Is there product push they can do? So there's a lot of things that can come from this, which I spend most of my life doing analysis, evaluation, assessment, etc. of a purchase using Google. So they know exactly what I'm thinking about buying. Apple now know what I am buying. So the machine learning of the two, Google will come in with a product, hopefully, which is going to be competitive to Apple in some way, and therefore they know all the evaluation, the assessment, the needs of the individual, and may have the transaction at the end of it. So there's a big power play coming in. The big loser from it, because Apple will move there very quickly, is e-commerce, payments, so PayPal. Because you can do seamlessly with a code, not using your credit cards, a similar thing to what PayPal's doing. And if you look at the stock price, it's eBay, PayPal who are suffering at the moment.
Does that mean MasterCard and Visa in the end become redundant too?
Depends where Apple go. As in, I think at the moment, absolutely not. They've done a nice collaboration with Visa, MasterCard, and Amex, and I think clever move by them. But
yeah. There was an interesting article also in the FT, and Steve Perry from Visa, the chief digital officer, commented. He feels it was a really positive move, obviously, and it would lower Visa's transactional costs. And if you're signed on to Apple at iTunes with that payment detail, it's really easy. It's just that the banks will lose their branding profile. Because Apple will own that customer interface. And again, they become much more of this controlling party, able to deliver a much more intelligent and comprehensive customer experience, potentially.
Don't miss London Real. Subscribe now.
How can anybody sign up, publish an event, and start selling tickets in a matter of minutes? We love the notion of people gathering. We really thought about low friction. We want to be that cable TV of live experiences. We basically broke all the startup rules. It's fairly insane to go into a business venture with your fiance. My advice, to any 20-year-old or fledgling entrepreneur is to not listen to their parents. Do something really incredible.